This morning on DC News Now, the big beautiful bill narrowly advancing through the Senate. What is next for the piece of legislation? Plus, major changes coming to Metro buses, the exact changes you're going to see on your commute. And celebrating Pride in the District, the final weekend of Pride Month, we're taking you to the event to round it out.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us this Sunday morning on DC News Now. I'm Hayley Milon, 8 o'clock your time. Let's take a live look outside right now at the Washington Monument on the left side of your screen. The sky's looking good, a lot clearer than it looked yesterday morning. Brittany, we had all that fog, that mist, and those intermittent storms yesterday. Today, kind of more of the same and similar temps.
Yeah, I will say hit or miss.
Brittany, we'll talk to you in just a couple of minutes. In Montgomery County, a woman and a 3-year-old are recovering after being shot Friday night in Gaithersburg. Police say the woman and the child were rushed to the hospital for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. Now, police responded initially to McCullough Lane around 9 p.m. That is just north of Maryland 200 near Mid-County Highway. It's unknown what the relationship is between the two victims, and we're working to learn if police have any suspects, but they do say it appears to be an isolated incident. In the district, police out with this new video you're seeing on your screen of a person who they say is possibly connected to a double shooting last weekend. Take a good look here. MPD says they believe this person may have been involved in the shooting last Sunday in Southeast, where shots rang out around 6:45 p.m. near Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue and Mellon Street. A 16-year-old was reportedly shot in his hip, and a man said he was shot in the neck with injuries sustained to his head and his jaw. This happening on the same block where police were already investigating another shooting. They say the two incidents weren't even connected. If you recognize this person, you're asked to call police. And a warning from DC police. They say that fake missing persons reports are popping up online, falsely claiming that there's an increase of women vanishing in recent days. They say they are not, in fact, seeing an uptick in those incidents, adding that they closed more than 99% of cases just last year, reporting seeing more than 5 critical missing person cases each day. And water crews in Northwest DC are working to repair a water main break that's causing some water disruptions for residents. They say that a 6-inch water main was being repaired on California Street Northwest between Connecticut Avenue and Phelps Place. And because of the repairs, 6 apartment buildings and a hotel were impacted. Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and it's official. James Walkinshaw is the Democratic nominee in Virginia's 11th congressional district race. The election was held to replace the longtime Virginia Representative Jerry Connolly, who passed away last month. Walkinshaw was actually Connolly's former chief of staff, currently serving as the Fairfax County supervisor. Election day for the general election is September 9th. On Capitol Hill, the big beautiful bill narrowly advances in the Senate. It passed with a vote of 51-49 last night, with 2 Republicans and all Democrats opposing it. This bill includes cuts to Medicaid, food stamps, and more than $3 trillion worth of tax breaks. President Trump is supporting this big time, urging Congress to get it passed and to his desk before July 4th. And coming up next for the bill, a series of votes on amendments. And get ready for major changes to your Metro bus rides. WMATA launching its Better Bus network today, and that includes rerouting a lot of buses and changing their names. It's considered the first major overhaul of the bus system since it first rolled out back in 1973. Passengers telling our Dave Laval how they feel about the big changes to their commutes.
DC News Now.
Dave, thanks for all those updates. So much changing here, and a reminder for Metro riders on the Blue Line, there is maintenance beginning next Saturday through the 26th of July. The Franconia, Springfield, and Van Dorn Street stations are going to be closed, but there will be free shuttle buses running from those stations. WMATA also says that parking there will be free. And happening today, a community mural painting in Fairfax County. The mural will be depicting a red oak tree. It's happening on Fallen Lane in Vienna outside of a Navy Federal Credit Union building. Painting is going to take place from 8 until 5 p.m. and today is the last day you have to get involved in the mural. So if you're in Nova, hey, why not? Pride celebrations are continuing this weekend, the final weekend of Pride Month. Today marks Pride in the Plaza in Silver Spring. It's going down from noon until 5. There will be music, food, performances, tons of fun. The festivities, they're all happening at Veterans Plaza. But Brittany, if you had to predict, crowds there going to luck out? They're going to see some rain.
Yeah, a few storms will be possible as we head through your day today. America's birthday, the party day. It's going to be quiet with highs in the 80s and less humidity.
That's what we need, clear skies for those fireworks shows. All right, Brittany, thank you so much. For Brittany Ward, I'm Hayley Milon. Thank you for spending your morning with us here on DC News Now. We'll be back at 6 with more news, weather, and sports.